Hi, this is Joe Spataford. Welcome to another behind the scenes, how we actually drew and designed the film. I got with me today my good buddy and director, Brian Roberts.
Hey everybody, I'm standing in for Chuck today.
Chuck didn't work on this one much. He was up in Canada working on the Pirates Who Don't Do Anything. So this is the Big River Rescue, and I'm going to show you a little bit about how we did it. This first piece of artwork was one of the very first pieces of artwork we did for the film. The director, Brian here, wanted me to find a style that was kind of American. And so I started thinking about old artists, and there was this guy, his name was Thomas Hart Benton. He did a really, really stylized version of America, and his artwork was really illustrative and really very cartoony in a way, and it had a lot of movement. And we tried to translate that into CG, which it's not easy to do, but I think we kept the essence of it.
Well, we eventually just pulled back to kind of bring it back to a little more veggie. So it just felt more like a VeggieTales and less like a Thomas Hart Benton painting.
Right, and I think that, you can still see it a little bit in the handling of the clouds and some of the handling of the trees.
So this was a blue sky image that you did when there was not even a script yet. Is that correct?
That's pretty much
we just
right,
said,
yeah.
Hey, we want to do a show called Huckleberry Larry, which was the title at the time. And obviously it's set on the Mississippi River, and here's some other story ideas that we're thinking about. So show us what that might look like.
Yep, and and it was fun. This is really where you just play around with your first ideas, and you do a couple of them.
You notice you really nailed Huckleberry's outfit right from the start.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it looks. Okay, so now we're going to show you probably the most changed VeggieTales set that I've ever worked on. This set took on many, many different forms. This was version 1 of this set, and Brian, we actually...
We ended up on version 5, I think,
yeah,
which looked a lot like version 1. We went through a period in the story where it wasn't critical that this location be on the river, so we moved it off the river and put it back in the woods to try to simplify the location. But then as the story kind of developed, I felt like, no, that river location really offered us a lot of great visual potential. It was a nice, bright, sunset setting, and it felt right. It felt like the right place to start the story.
So this was the second version that we had come up with. Now, instead of being at the base of the river, we were now at the top of a mountain where the logging was happening, and the logs would go down the flume all the way to the base. In some ways, I actually like this set a whole lot, but
we also pushed the time of day later here,
yeah,
and made it a lot more moody.
Yeah, we wanted the opening shot to be Clark Wayne on the river as the sun was going down, because we wanted a bright, cheery way to start off a film instead of it being like dark and nighttime. So we played around a lot with time of day, and we knew we wanted the chase to happen at night, so we figured that this whole interaction, this whole scene would take place during the midday.
Well, and this was also when, story-wise, we were going for a much more mysterious introduction for Little Yimmy, and we were going to try to obscure him and keep him in shadow all the time and not show his face until, much later when he's in Huck's camp. And ultimately, it just felt like all that mystery and mood was actually hurting us because it was making the story too slow and too scary. So that's when we felt like, no, you know what? Let's just go back to the river location. It's much brighter, and it's ultimately a kind of a friendlier location.
Okay, so when all was said and done, we decided to go back to the original space. We lowered the log flume so it wasn't so high off the ground. So we kept that from the previous location.
We also needed a way to get the characters back and forth across the river, so we added that log bridge.
Log bridge. How else would loggers make a bridge? And so it was actually 2 acting sets. It actually turned into 3 acting sets. The chase happened in a forest that was on the left-hand side of the river, and it turned into a nice big set. And we did retain that late day kind of feeling instead of that first shot, which has more of a midday or later midday, but we wanted to keep it that late dusk.
I don't remember the name of the town, but that rock formation in the background is actually from a town
in Minnesota.
Around the headwaters of the Mississippi. So there's a little bit of reality there. Clark Wayne. This is Potato Clark Wayne. When we first got the script and we had this new character, Clark Wayne, we thought, well, he can be anybody. Let's come up with a brand new guy. And we thought, well, what would be a good southern vegetable? And I thought the potato was appropriate. We hadn't done one, I think, since show 2 in the Forgive-O-Matic. We had the miner from West Virginia.
No, we had we had.
And potato.
Potato.
Right, in Sumo of the Opera. So, but potatoes are underrepresented in our cast. So we thought a potato would be a fun Mark Twain spin-off parody character. But we just could never find the right voice for this guy. And so working through that, after casting several great actors who just didn't fit in our veggie world, we ended up having Phil do the voice of George for Clark Wayne, which meant a redesign. So we had to take this potato and turn him into a leek. And that's how we got this next design. I think you thought I was crazy at first, Joe, when I said we had to turn Clark Wayne into... had to turn George into Clark Wayne. We all kind of wondered how that would look, but I can certainly say I'm thrilled with the end result, and now watching the show can't imagine having done it any other way.
Yeah, I really liked the original design. It was kind of an odd thing, but this was one of the things our buddy Todd Carter had done a lot of the character design, and I really liked what he did with Clark Wayne. But then we took this one, and then since we're always parodying Colonel Sanders throughout the whole thing, I was looking at Colonel Sanders and then looking at Mark Twain and trying to combine the two. And all of a sudden, his body just lends itself to a big mustache and that type of hairstyle. I mean, it really worked. So I'm glad. In the end, yeah, like yourself, I couldn't see any other character doing it.
And it's fun to have George back after all these years. This is the second version of the King. We ended up on version 3.
We're always asking ourselves, how much clothes or hair do we have to put on a character in order for you to get that it is the character? Our characters are so familiar. Bob and Larry in the early VeggieTales it was just Bob and Larry. They didn't even have costumes on.
Junior just had a hat.
Yeah, and and as we've gone on, we've been adding hair, we've been adding different clothing, facial hair, whatever you can think of. And what we decided to do was eventually, the final version actually was to take the coat off, and that's pretty much it. We knew that. Yeah, you can put it on there and it'll look neat and everything, but it wasn't really. Yeah, it's always a question of when you're trying to make a show just as simple as you possibly can. What do you really need to tell a story? And I don't miss it. There's stuff that we sometimes find ourselves editing out of a script that you miss, but that's only in my head. Most people don't see the show as I imagine.
Unless we tell you, you'll never know. Thanks, Joe.
We just told you. Hey, okay. I won't tell you all the other stuff.
Hopefully this doesn't ruin the film for you. So that's all our art, Joe.
Yeah, that's
well, it's not all our art.
There was a lot of art.
For every piece here, there's 10 other versions and 10 other pieces.
In the end, it turned out really nice, and
we made a lot of great art for the show, Joe, and you did a great job.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
I'm looking forward to the next film. So I'll see you guys next time.
Bye, guys.
All right, take care.
Kids, welcome to the Big River Rescue video trivia game. You can start with either the easy questions or the hard ones. If you get all the hard ones correct, there's a bonus clip to watch at the end of the game. Oh, hello there. Glad you could stop by. I'm Clark Wayne, a storyteller. It's a perfect night for a story, don't you think? Sorry, wrong answer. Try the next question. Unlike the other loggers, Big Jim was not an employee of Dooley & Sons, Inc. 5 years ago, he was caught in Elk River, Minnesota with 1,100 pounds of stolen turkey jerky. As the sole witness, Mr. Dooley testified against Jim in court. Good job. Here's another one.
Hey, have you thought any more about joining me in my new business? There's a lot of action in tax preparation.
I still don't know what that is.
Well, I'm going to help people prepare their federal tax returns each year. It's very complicated, but I've got a good head for numbers. I'm sure you could pick it up, too. Could you give me a hand?
Good job. Here's another one.
This is a signal flare. If you see him, set this off and we'll come running.
Why did he tear up the factory?
He was looking for something.
What?
Turkey jerky.
Good job. Here's another one.
Look, Tom, I have it all figured out. A couple hours ahead is a little town called Muscatine, so we can hop off there and put little Yimmy on the train to St. Louis. We can walk back home by Thursday. Plenty of time.
Fine. Okay, Huck, Muscatine. But no further.
Sorry, wrong answer. Try the next question.
Come back with my donuts, you thieves! My good baker, your own sign said free sample. It also said take one. Simply a rounding error on my part. Rock.
Good job. Here's another one.
But I want to help little Yimmy, too.
I've got news for you. I didn't hurt little Yimmy. I'm not the one who sent him up the river away from his mama. I didn't hurt him, so I shouldn't have to help him.
Sometimes, not helping is the same as hurting.
What? That makes no sense.
You got it right. Great job. You want to try again?
Hey kids, welcome to the sing-along section. Choose to sing along with the veggies or sing all by yourself.
Hey kids, this story's called Helpers or Heroes. If you'd like, I can read it to you, or you can choose to read it by yourself. I am Elliot the Brave, and I will save the day. So get back, you bumbling bunch of boulders. Am I afraid of rock monsters? Not on your life. Have no fear, I am here. Elliot has big dreams, but when he helps with little things, he's a hero. Take that, you piratey peas. I am Sedgwick the Magnificent, and I won't give up until I free Jimmy. Pirates in pajamas have put Jimmy in a jam. Have no fear, I am here. Sedgwick has big dreams, but even when he helps with little things, he's a hero. I am George the Amazing. When the wild wind whips from the west, I will steer us to safety. Raise the sails, man the pumps. Have no fear, I am here. George has big dreams, but even when he helps with little things, he's a hero. They call us the pirates who don't do anything, but that's not quite right. We mop messes, we take out trash, we even pick our puffy shirts off the floor. We don't always do big things, but we help with little things because helpers are heroes. It's true, and you can be a hero too. Do not forget to do good to others and share with them what you have. Hebrews 13:16. Find this and more at Christian stores at bigidea.com.
Hi, and welcome to the Huckleberry word puzzle game. Try and answer Huck's picture word puzzles. At the end, there's a bonus clip for you to watch. Now that looks like my good pal Droppy. He's a drop of water. Drop minus DR is, that's up. Plus C is, can you guess this one? The answer is cop. Let's try another one. Now let's see here. That looks like a hatchet plus T is... Thatchet? No, that can't be right. Oh, that's an axe. Axe plus T is... Tax. Tax is the answer. Did you get that one right? Well, I've seen and written a lot of these in my time. That's a book. Book minus B plus H is, can you get it? Hook! I bet you got that one right. Now there's a pretty picture of someone's laundered hosiery hanging out to dry. A sock, if you will. Sock minus S is ock. Ock plus R is can you guess what this one is? Rock! Rock is the answer. This fella's upper lip has something on it. Do you know what that thing is? The king either picked up a Davenport caterpillar or, that's a mustache. Now, the puzzle says minus tash plus catine. Do you know what the answer to this one is? Muscatine. Good job. Now you can watch that bonus clip or play again. That's a picture of yours truly, with an arrow pointing to my noggin. Hope it doesn't hit me. Okay, so the arrow is pointing to my head, minus the H plus FL. Fled? That doesn't sound right. Oh, the arrow is pointing to my hair, my stately head of hair. Hair minus H plus FL is, can you guess it? Flare! This is a picture of a dollar bill, and that's some wood. So, dollar wood? No, that's an amusement park in Tennessee, I think. Oh, it's a dollar bill. Bill plus, board. That's bill plus board equals billboard. Did you get that one? This one looks a little more complicated. We can see that there's a canoe, and that's a picture of the canned tomato fished out of the river. So, canoe minus can, that's, oo, plus ball plus N. Ooballen. No, that's not right. Do you know what this one is? Balloon. This is the old man's walking stick. Do you know what another word for this thing is? A cane, that's right. Now, cane minus C is ain. Ain plus CH. Do you know it? Chain. This looks like a piece of wood. Minus PL? There's no PL in wood. Another word for this is a plank. Plank minus PL is ank plus B. What do we get? Bank! Did you get that one right? Good job! Now you can watch that bonus clip or play again. Welcome to the How to Draw section. Watch a Big Idea artist draw characters from the show. Also, look on the DVD-ROM for a printable draw-by-number sheet for both the characters. Hey everyone, welcome back to another family activity. Today we're going to do something a little different. You see, every day we get letters from kids just asking, what can I possibly do to help others when I'm just a kid? Well, I'm here to tell you that there are lots of ways you can help others. You could start by simply helping your dad carry out the trash or by helping your mom wash the dishes. Maybe you could send a card to a friend who's not feeling well. You could even help your brother or sister clean up their room. This is Lucy. She had a simple idea to sell greeting cards that she'd drawn herself.
I draw cards with animals and things on them that I can sell for $2 each.
She could use the money to have a water well built in Africa that would provide clean water to families there.
We were on the computer and Lucy saw a video clip of children in Africa walking miles and miles to get water every day.
That was really sad, and I wanted to do something that helped.
She loved to draw. She decided to draw pictures and make greeting cards, and she was gonna sell them to her friends and relatives, and so we just let her go for it.
Lucy really wasn't sure how much money she could raise, but she decided to give it a try.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
So far, do you know how many wells she's been able to build? More than 6 wells for African families. That's over $16,000. Each well can serve enough clean water for 3,500 people a year. Wow! That's an amazing story of a girl who saw people who needed help and then helped them.
It was amazing.
Sit down as a family and talk about some ways you could help people around you. Whether it's helping someone around the world or someone in your own neighborhood, remember, God loves it when we help others. Thanks for joining me today. We'll see you next time. Goodbye!